Thanks for checking out my ClickFunnels 2.0 tutorial for beginners. This is updated where I'm going to be showing you not only how to create landing pages, but capture leads and of course send emails to them. If you'd like to follow along, you can click the link in the description to do so, or maybe you haven't gotten to test out the newer version of ClickFunnels, that link will also provide a free 14-day trial. Let's begin. So first things first, what you want to do is go on over to the apps section. If you're not familiar with the newer version of ClickFunnels, they have some apps that you just need to add in order to utilize some features. Now, what we want to use here is automations. It says design and implement marketing workflows for effective follow-ups and integrations, a powerful tool to augment any business, okay? What you'd want to do is click on it. All right, and when you arrive here, it should say like add app or add automation, whatever it's going to be, click on that. There might be a few things you just need to kind of check off, or it should be self-explanatory when it comes to adding them, but overall, that's going to be the process for it. It's not shown here because I already have it. And while you are here, if you want to add any others, like a popular one could be email if you wanted to add that, or courses, whatever it's going to be, but you got to make sure that's done first. Okay, now what we want to do is go to funnels right here. We also want to create a new funnel. I just skipped through that so you wouldn't have to see it, but it would be like right around here. Very easy to find. So a new funnel. Now we are here. We're going to go with a lead or a squeeze funnel. So I'm going to click on this. All right, and so Russell Brunson is going to be talking to you about that, but we don't need his information at this time. I know he's the king of ClickFunnels, but I think I can help you out in a simple and very straightforward fashion. Okay, so what we want to do here is pick a template. And as you can see here, these are going to be the squeeze pages and the thank you page. Squeeze page is just another way of saying a lead capture page. So aside from squinting, what you can actually do is just click on preview like this. And that's going to be what it looks like if you wanted to use that specific one. Kind of going back to it, if we want to preview this one, I think it would be cooler if you got to preview the thank you page as well. But when I did a tutorial previously about this one, I think I used this one. I kind of like this. Let's just kind of open it quickly. Simple, straightforward, and yeah, I'm going to go with this one. So let's pick this and select funnel. Now keep in mind, you can pick a different one if you want, really up to you. A lot of the things are going to be the same. I'm going to give you a template about where you start and what you can use for your headline and how to deliver, say, your free ebook if you're going to be giving that away as well. All right, so we've installed your new funnel. Let's clearly close off ClickFunnels, turn our computer off, and go to sleep. Just kidding. We're going to customize it now. Let's click right here. All right, so here's the overall, I guess you could say, the lead funnel workflow, the workspace, the funnel flow, whatever you want to call it. This just kind of shows you the steps of the two-step funnel that we have. Right here, when someone ends up right here, they're going to arrive on that page, hopefully give us their email, and then go to the thank you page where they can get whatever they were interested in, okay? Also, something else that shows that the test mode is on. I will show you how to turn that off. That's just something very important. You don't want to make sure you're running traffic to a test mode, but I'll show that after, one step at a time. Let's click right here on edit and just see what we can do. All right, so here's going to be the template because a lot of this can be used for any niche, any type of lead magnet, whatever you're going to be using. So at the top, what I like saying here is what exactly are they going to be getting? In this example, I do want to say give away a free ebook. So something like this is going to say free ebook reveals. So not only are we using the drag and drop editor, but I'll give you some of the tips that I think will help you get up and running very quickly, because especially if you're using a software for a new time, you don't want to have to pull your hair out because that's never fun. Getting up and running is very important because you can test and then obviously change from there. Okay, so almost every time I do some type of landing page tutorial or sales funnel tutorial, I use the same thing. So here's a template for you. How to yay without boo. Okay. Why I like this so much, and in case you're curious how I edited that, just click on there, type it. Okay, so think about the specific niche that you are in. For example, I am going to talk about digital marketing and software because that's what I do, right? So how to do something. Okay, so what does your perfect audience want to do without what do they not want to do? Okay, as an example, I'm going to do the same one I did last time. So let's say how to launch your digital biz. Okay, this is something that, say, my perfect audience wants to do without, now what's something they don't want to do? If you're in the position of wanting to launch your digital business, if you're using ClickFunnels, that might be the case. Maybe you're a little further ahead. Think of the things you don't want to do. Okay, here's one that I know a lot of people don't want to do without losing your shirt on paid ads. All right, that's perfect, right? That's a great way of building a business, especially maybe if you don't have a lot of money, you're bootstrapped, right? That's the way you want to do it. So I like that ad specifically. You can do this for anything that you want, obviously. So just kind of think about it. The more information you have about your perfect audience, the more you're going to know what they want, and you're also going to know what they don't want to do in the process. Another example of this is like how to launch your digital biz without just messaging 100 people every day, without cold emailing, without cold calling, whatever it is, right? Now, you have, whatever you say here, make sure you pay it off in whatever it is you're going to be giving away, okay? In case I didn't say that before, we are going to be giving away a free gift. In this case, it can be an ebook. It doesn't have to be an ebook. It could be like a cheat sheet, which is one of the best things because they're very quick. I think it was Alex Becker who once said a long time ago, like a high five for a cheat sheet code. Like that's it. Like that's all you're doing. It's like, here's the piece of paper, high five, take it, go on and use it. So something else could be a free valuable training that you have. Maybe it's a YouTube video that's enlisted. It could be a product that you now have. Could be whatever it is you want to use to get your lead, but obviously lead magnets like ebooks work very well. Okay, so that's going to be that. Now, in case you ever wanted to change this around, I'm just going to keep it here. I don't want to spend too much time on aesthetics. What you would do is click on it, and then you go to image URL right here. And what you can do is upload your images. Upon doing so, that's where you can simply add it in. There's going to be a bunch here, but I'm just going to click off of that. We'll keep it how it is. Okay, let's move back. So here we have our small call to action, and we have a little bit more. In fact, what we could do is keep one of these, keep both of these, but in my opinion, not a huge deal. We could just use one. I like giving another call to action. So as an example, I'm going to use this right here and do enter your best email below. Okay. Now, if we wanted to delete any of this, what you do is you hover over it until you kind of get the rectangle around it and delete. Just like that. Okay, so we can click on this if we want to change this around. Notice how it says enter your best email below. I like keeping that consistent. So your best email address. Okay, so it says it twice. Why am I saying this? Because usually when you say something, you're going to get more chances of people doing it, right? Let me give you an example. Someone who's run like millions of dollars on paid ads, I remember them specifically saying in a Facebook ad, it says, click the picture to get your free ebook. And you have people literally asking, how do I get my free ebook? Right? Some people don't read and sometimes they need to read, but the point is you need to be as specific as possible because not everyone who comes to your landing page is going to be as savvy as you are. Okay? Just I want to make sure you remember that. Be as clear as and concise as possible. So enter your best email below. Okay, so I have to enter my best email here. Then what? Let's make this a little bit more concise or precise, right? So send me the free report or send me the report. I like doing click here to get instant access. And I put instant because we're going to be giving it to them right away. It's not only going to be sent to their inbox, but they're also going to be getting it on the next page, okay? In this example. So submit text right here is just going to be when you click on it, it says submitting while it's loading, okay? That's good. Now on click, this is what we want right here. It says submit order/form. There are other things that you can do. You can always troll people and do nothing happens. Don't do that. I'm just joking around. But in case you ever wanted to do something else like open a pop-up, show or hide something, scroll to a specific section, this is where you can do it. Right, and if you ever want to redirect to say a different URL that's not going to be next in your funnel, you can click on this, enter a URL, and send them wherever your heart desires. We don't need to do that because we're already in a good spot. Also, there's going to be this little paper airplane thing that I want to change. Let's look for that. Did I miss it? It's going to be somewhere here. There we go. It is a paper plane. So maybe like an arrow. I think that would draw attention to it. Something like this. I think that looks fine. I would not spend a lot of time on it. You can always just do this. Okay. So that looks fine. Orange is fine as well. You can change the color if needed. And we do have a testimonial here. So let's just say I did a testimonial last time and it was hilarious. At least I thought it was. So let me put something random. All right, I just put something silly in there. Don't read that testimonial. It's not a good one, but obviously you know how to change that. We also know how to change the picture if needed, right? We would go here, we would click on our image URL, and then we would just add it in. If you don't have a testimonial, no problemo. You can always just delete this section, right? Pretty simple. On the bottom here, we have a logo if we want to change that. We do have some text here that looks like we can say change this around. But for example, you might want to like a privacy policy here, right? So if we wanted to change that, so let's just say privacy policy, like you might have a terms and conditions. How you would do that, you would go right there, you would highlight this, you would click on the link right here, and we do HTTPS, spoiler alert, or whatever alert I want to give you. Don't send your traffic to AOL. They have plenty of it. I just use that as a random placeholder, okay? And we'd want to open it up in a new tab or window. All right, now think about it. If they happen to click on your privacy policy, they probably won't, but if they did, you want it opening up in a new tab so that when they close the privacy policy, when they come back, your page will still be here. Is that going to happen very often? No, but if it does, you want the chances working in your favor, okay? You want them coming back to your landing page. Because as you can see here, ideally when they arrive on this page, they're going to see just about everything we see right here. Why is this important? The one main focus of this, which is getting their email address, is pretty much like front and center in the middle, what we like to call above the fold. The fold is where you have to scroll down and dig deeper. That's why it's usually not a good idea to put like the enter email section all the way at the bottom, because a lot of people, they will land on the page, they will read the headline, and they'll either opt in or not. And if they have to scroll all the way down, you're just going to lose out on so many leads, which is not a good thing. So overall, this is pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Haven't done anything too crazy yet. Let's make sure we save it. All right, great. And let's go back. All right, so that's the opt-in page. What we want to do now is go to the thank you page. All right, so for the thank you page, there's a lot we can do on here, but here are the most important things you want to do. You want to thank them, congratulate them, thank you for opting in. Sometimes people have to go to some crazy pages and they think like it's going to be a difficult task. Is this safe? Can I enter my email? You want to let them know thanks, you're getting exactly what you're looking for. It says please check your email inbox for the amazing report. While we are also sending it to them, what we want to do is actually just give it to them. So there's a few things here. So thank you. Please access your free ebook down below. All right, so we have that. I'm also going to show you how you can link your ebook as well. So I'll show you how to do that after. I just want to kind of talk about this section. So this is a fantastic section for one of few reasons, like I talked about. In this case, let's talk about what someone did. They might have clicked on a link on social media, on email, wherever else it was. Maybe it was paid ads. They're interested in digital marketing. So not only do they have their ebook, this is a great spot to maybe recommend something else. It could be more free value, right? That's always a good thing. It could be maybe a coupon code. Maybe it's a product that you have with a coupon code. It could be a webinar. It could be a coaching call. Maybe you're looking to get clients. It could be an affiliate link. The world is your thank you page oyster right here. So whatever it is you really wanted to showcase, this is a great spot for it. It doesn't have to be 3 things. It could be 2, it could be 1, whatever it is. But as an example, let's just say you have a product. So maybe we don't want to use 3 of these. What I'm going to do is just delete this, and say like you might be interested in this one thing, okay? Like I said, it could be an affiliate, and you may also interested in these. You may also be interested. I didn't do that. It was like that. You can't believe me in this, okay? Something like that. Okay, and we can also just talk about it. This is a mock-up. Like this is going to be the digital launch product, whatever it is. And of course, get this. Now let's change this, because you're going to see right here, there's going to be an alert and it says you must provide a valid URL. Okay, so let's change that right now. I'll show you how to do that. Let's click here. It's not going to be a valid URL. Let's open it in a new window. So that's HTTPS. Look, I click on it and it already has AOL.com. Okay, that's a running joke. I've been saying that for a while. It's probably not funny, but it's just something I do. Nevertheless, so that could be whatever it is we talked about. So that's going to be the thank you page. Pretty straightforward. We know how to edit links, how to edit the block, click on that, and we're going to keep it like that. I'm just going to open it up very quickly and we can take a look at what it looks like. All right, perfect. So once again, everything's above the fold. We're going to edit this. So I'm going to show you how to download your free ebook and upload it. And of course, they might also be interested in this, another great section. So if you're running paid ads, this is generally a spot where you can recoup money. Like it's kind of going to be a one-time offer. And especially if you have a webinar here, which leads to a mid or higher ticket, a great way to get your money back if you're investing in traffic. Okay, so let's go back. So everything's been pretty simple so far, right? Like I know I'm not going over the aesthetics and the color and the background. These are things you can tweak. The most important part is getting it up and running, which I'll probably mention a few more times. Let's go back right here. And we're almost done with that. Now what we want to do is go back to the main dashboard of ClickFunnels. Let's hit back. All right, and I just had some notifications I wanted to delete. It's an OCD thing. Nevertheless, let's click on the workspace settings right here. From there, we want to click on My Assets on the left side of the page. From there, what we want to do is go to the downloads right here. All right, and from here, we can click on Upload File. If you are giving away an ebook, this is like a digital asset, perfect spot for it. Let's go to Upload. All right, so I just put the DigiBiz launch. This is just an example, whatever the name is. Let's go and upload it. I have just a plain blank ebook I'm going to upload as an example. All right, there we go, ebook.pdf. If you have a cover for it, this is going to be the perfect section for it. Let's click on Create File. All right, and there it is. What we want to do now is click on the gear. All right, and this is going to be our ebook. So here's the cool thing. This is going to be download file. Now, if you look at the bottom left, it is going to be the longest link in the world, but it doesn't matter as long as we get what we're looking for. Let's right click on that. And what we want to do is copy link address. It could be copy link, whatever. It's something similar to that depending on what your computer shows, okay? So let's copy that. It says link copied. Now what we want to do is go back to our funnel where we had our opt-in and our thank you page. So let's go back. All right, and I skipped a few steps just to make the video shorter because I know it's going to be a decent amount of time, but I think you know how to get back to your funnel, right, in your funnels. Now what we want to do is go back to the one we were at previously. Let's click on Edit. And now what we can do here is click on where this specific text is going to be. This is going to be our ebook link. Not sure why all this is italicized, but you can undo it if you need to. Now let's click on our link. Let's go right here, add our link in, and of course, let's click on this so that it opens up in a new tab. Now, if you'll notice, it's not the greatest text, right? If you look at this, it doesn't look like a link is there, even though it says click here. Let's change that. Let's click on the gear right here once we're kind of hovered over it. As you can see here, we have our link text, so this should be able to change. Let's do this, and let's make it yellow because everyone knows when you see yellow, you see a link. Just kidding. I usually make that joke as well, just making sure you're paying attention. Much better. Let's make it look blue. Okay, so now at least more looks like a link, even though it's kind of lighter. What we can also do here is just kind of do this, and we can bold it. Okay, now it looks more, at least a little bit more like a link, right? So we can save that. Okay, so click here to download your free ebook. And that is going to be good. Let's now go back. All right, so we're just about done here. What we want to do is go to the settings and turn off test mode. So let's go to settings. All right, so it's just a ClickFunnels 2.0 tutorial, just so I know for this specific, you could do like free, as I see here, free ebook, free gift, free whatever it's going to be. Most importantly, test mode, no. Okay, high power by ClickFunnels badge, probably. I've noticed also sometimes if you do yes and update it, it takes a little bit longer for it to populate, so you might see it in your preview, but just give it some minutes sometimes and it should be good, okay? Looks fine, and make sure, most importantly, you click on update funnel. You can't just turn this into no and then it'll automatically change. You got to actually edit this. So click on update funnel. And great. And while I want to run through and actually show you how this works, let's actually attach our email marketing to it so that when someone opts in, we get to send them an email. So this is going to be like the second half of it, but it's not going to be as long. Okay, so let's go back right here. All right, and now that we're back on the dashboard, here's me being all OCD and removing notifications. We want to go to automations now. So let's click on this and let's do workflows. Now I have a draft here, but what I'm going to do is just do add workflow. All right, and so for this, I'm just going to call it the follow-up. This is going to be where we're delivering our ebook. And for run type, I'm just going to keep it on this one with back-to-back. Let's do create workflow. All right, and the cool thing about this is that it looks very similar to when you're creating landing pages. So let's click on trigger here, or no trigger set. Let's click there. Let's do add a trigger. All right, so here we are. It's not going to be active yet, but it will be very soon. So with the event type, let's click here. Remember, when someone opts in, this is what we want. So right here, we want opt-in. Now we're going to choose the funnel that they opted into. Remember, we changed the name. I did ClickFunnels 2.0 tutorial. I did that one just so I would know which one it is. So I'm going to go there. And on the page, remember, it's going to be on the opt-in. So where are they opting in? On what page does this action happen? On the opt-in page, of course. Allow anonymous contacts with no email to run through the workflow. I guess that's not going to matter as much because this one you need emails. So, you can do on or off for this. I don't think it's going to matter. And let's do active. So as you can see, this workflow will execute when an event fires. So when on the event type for the opt-in in the ClickFunnels 2.0 tutorial funnel and they opt in on the page, let's do save changes. All right, perfect. So that's going to be that. Now what we want to do is add something that happens. So this is the trigger. So someone opts in. Now what happens? We're going to be sending up that follow-up email. So let's click on this. What we want to do is send email. You can also do send asset, but I'm just going to show you how to do an email in case you want to, do that instead. Let's click there. Here are going to be some templates. I'm just going to do something basic. Russell Brunson. Let's do this one. Choose. All right, so this is just like the name so you know the first follow-up. This is going to be the subject line, so click here to access your ebook. I like this because they know that they've gotten an ebook, and it also has a call to action. I give very high click-through rate on this, like way above 50, which is normal, right? For the first one, they're going to drop down after that, but I like having a call to action, so something similar to that. The pre-headline's like a little bit more. Sometimes, say, if you check in like Yahoo or Gmail, you're going to see a subject line, and this is going to be a little bit after, so you can make it sound good, pretty much up to you. Don't spend too much time on it. This is going to be the most important. From address, just add your address that's already in there, as well as the reply to address. I'm going to do that now. All right, and what I did is just simply click on create after that was done. Now what we want to do is click on the three dots right here, and we want to do edit email. You can split test to step 2 if you want, but edit email is going to be fine. All right, so this is truly a Russell Brunson setting. So what I like about this is it's very similar to the drag and drop editor that you're going to be using. Now, I'm not going to go through the process of writing an email, but I will give you a very quick template. So I'm going to delete all of this. All right, so here's going to be kind of the very quick template. So first and foremost, here, let me stop right here. I'm going to actually walk through and read you one off the top of my head, just kind of make it up going through this template. Okay, so hey, I want to congratulate you once again for opting in to get your free ebook about launching your digital business. You can click right here to get that gift, as well as some other unannounced bonuses that I didn't announce on the page originally. Now, in the future, you're going to be hearing from me every few days, and when I send out an email, I'm going to be showcasing some great software tools, as well as tutorials that can help you with getting your business off the ground, of course, without wasting any money on paid advertising. That's pretty much what you're going to see from me. Once again, thanks again for opting in. My name is James Canzanella, the dude behind Marketing Island, and I hope to see you soon. Sign off, and then a little bit extra. If you want to maybe add a cliffhanger, could be an extra bonus. Oh, by the way, if you are interested in doing this, be sure to check out this resource. Kind of like we did on the thank you page, a little bit more for, say, real estate, where it could be a webinar. If you're interested in coaching, let's get on a call. A lot you can do here, but I think that should help you out in terms of writing it as I just spoke it to you. The most important thing, let's say we're going to be accessing your free gift. Maybe they just forgot to download it and we're going to be putting it here. Click here to access your ebook. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to highlight this. And from there, we want to find the link button, which is going to be right here. And I think I should still have it copied. And yeah, that really long, ugly URL is going to be there. New window, definitely. Click on OK here. That's going to be that. And once again, we could probably, if this is underlined, I think it is, we can bold it if needed. And link color is going to be blue already. So we could change this to make it maybe a little bit brighter, right? Like this. All right, this is aesthetics. Probably don't need to do that, but it actually looks like a great link now, okay? We do have some unpublished stuff. That's fine. And what we can do when we're done, let's click on publish. All right, it is published. Let's go back. All right, and last but not least, make sure the status is on. Are you sure you want to enable this workflow? This action will resume the workflow and start processing the remaining contacts. Let's do it. Do it, do it. It is live, it is local, it is late breaking. Let's go back to our funnel now. We have done everything that we need to do. Let's test it out. I'm going to grab like a temporary email and we'll go from there. All right, my friend, we're on the last step together. It's been a fun journey. Let's test it out. And what we can do is click on this to open it up in a new tab. All right, and as we talked about, everything is above the fold. They can scroll down a little, like we didn't change that around. So let's enter in the email right here. I have a temporary address just to kind of use a bland one. And what we want to do is click here to get instant access. Remember, as we click on it, it should go to submitting, as it does. And of course, here is going to be our awesome thank you page. Let's click here to download our beautiful ebook that is pretty much just nothing. As promised, it's nothing. Like I said, I just took something and turned it into an ebook. So that worked perfectly. Let's go back here. That's our thank you page. If we wanted to go to AOL, we would click on that, but obviously it would be the link to whatever it is they might be interested in. Pretty straightforward. Let's go back here. All right, and there you have it. Like I said, it was just a temporary email address. And as you can see, it has the click here to access your ebook. That's going to be the very long link. And I just have some private eye stuff I just blanked out there. But that is going to be the ClickFunnels 2.0 tutorial. We talked about a lot here, and I hope that I really helped you get up and running in a simple and straightforward manner. Of course, if you haven't gotten to test out ClickFunnels or you just want to follow along now after going through it once, that link will be in the description to get either a 14-day trial or simply use it for easier login access. My name is James. Thank you so much for watching and sticking around with me until the end, and I'll hopefully see you in my next video.